everybody. It is the final day. It is Friday, and I am excited. Do you see where I am? Yes, I'm at a church. Absolutely. All of you should have known I was going to end up where my faith was nurtured. Not only did I have amazing grandparents who nurtured me in the gospel and an amazing mom, but I had a supportive church. And even though the church is no longer here, I just wanted to show those of you, it was sitting at the area that I'm pointing. It was over there, and we had to, of course, build a new church. And I'm so excited that we have a new church. But the old church is where I remember, on the front row and accepting Christ in my life and the water baptism. Here's that deluge coming again. So I want to pause a second and thank, of course, here, look at this beautiful church. I want to thank Pastor Corey Balance for just allowing me to take some time to come out on the grounds of this beautiful church and do my last taping. Pastor Corey Balance and the congregation, thank you so very, very much. Now, let's get down to business, everybody. That's what you've been waiting for. I'm going to go over to that podium area right there that's a little formally set up, and I'm going to give you remarks. Now, please be patient. The remarks are going to be a little longer than maybe you want them to be, but this is a very formal occasion. So I toyed with whether or not to rush it, and I decided not to rush it. I'm just praying all of you just listen to this in its entirety and just pray as I present. I want to thank so many people before I get started. In case I end this and don't do it, I want to thank all the members of my team that has made all of this possible today and to make what's going to happen and start on Saturday possible. I love you all. I want to thank you for the many family and friends and other donors who have provided resources for this to happen and for the things to happen in the future that we'll be talking about later. Now that I've done all of that, I'm going to go over there and start making real formal remarks, and hang in there with me. Don't you dare move away. Just hang in there with me, okay? We can do this. All right, we can do this. Now, this is a formal remarks side, and I've got formal remarks that I've captured here on my laptop, and I'm going to be going back and forward, so please just hang in there with me. I want to mention the COVID-19. I'm praying all of you are social distancing. It's really critical that you are. If you see me squinting, it's because the sun is in my face, which every videographer loves the fact that the sun is in the face of the person they're working with. But I want to say COVID-19, please social distance. Please take this serious. Please, please, please take it very, very serious and follow the rules and guidelines of CDC. So let me start by saying once again, thank you so much for taking a journey with me this week. A journey of family, faith, and community. You guys are just the absolute best. And as I said before, what better way to end my remarks than at a church? And not just any church, but a church that has been a part of my life all of my life. My family have found the church, and for that, you have to just celebrate in ways that you can't celebrate any other place. Yes, I was raised in a small rural church with a small rural congregation, and that congregation had great faith but modest means. A congregation of hard-working people like my grandparents. This is the property where my faith walk was nurtured in such an amazing way. And maybe perhaps much different than many back then. I did not feel the constraints of traditionalism and culture that built in rituals of praise and worship in sacrifice for the authentic. It was working in the fields as a little girl and watching everyday life pass by me in a rural space. Now, as an observer of life and living and serving here, as a believer here in this small rural community, I must acquiesce to the gospel here like never before. It teaches that we are lights beacons on a hill that cannot be extinguished. We are fueled by God with an inexhaustible supply of resources. And it is because of this fundamental belief that I announce the creation, are you ready? Of a faith-based nonprofit, PDF Ministries Incorporated, established to walk alongside churches and congregations to help you thrive. I'm going to say that again. The good Lord gave me this as a tool, as a vehicle to walk alongside churches and congregations in small rural communities to help them strive. So if you live in a small rural community and you're watching this on Facebook or any other online medium, and you attend a small rural church, then this announcement is all about you. Beginning tomorrow, tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. We've already been talking about this all week. At 10 o'clock tomorrow morning for only 45 minutes, from 10 to 10:45, we will launch phase 1. Listen closely. This is only phase 1 of the Church Strong Project. Again, phase 1 of the Church Strong Project. And I'll tell you more about that in a minute. And the young lady that's going to kick this off is a young lady by the name of Callista Tucker. Ooh, go, Callista, go. You'll learn more about her and a lot more tomorrow, because I'm going to just blast Facebook with so many cool things about her, and you're going to love it. This new work was birthed out of a need to do more. Not just you, but me to do more. As a formerly elected official, I get it. I understand the roles churches play in community, and its role is essential and substantial. It is this understanding that has shaped some of my core beliefs that will drive the work of the Church Strong Project. And so, for the nonprofit PDF Ministries, will operate under some very clear and fundamental beliefs. And here's what we believe. Belief number 1, listen carefully. Listen carefully. We believe without a doubt there is a correlation between small rural congregations and poverty alleviation. I'm going to say it again. We believe without a doubt there is a correlation between small rural congregations and poverty alleviation, particularly in small rural low-wealth communities. We have spent so much time, and let me tell you, those of you that know me, my life's work has been about fighting poverty in small rural places. So we have spent so much time and energy and effort trying to end poverty in rural places, when the key is to make congregations robust and then watch communities, watch them, the communities they live in, thrive. So to my pastors, I love you so much. I get it. A thriving congregation makes for a thriving church, and then the community flourishes. Therefore, we believe financially strong, small, rural congregations and their churches create strong, robust, rural communities. You cannot have strong, small, rural communities without strong, rural churches. It just can't be done. Strong churches create resilient communities that can withstand the onslaught of economic downturns. Now to my congregations, or rather two congregations. I get it. You are the fuel that powers churches and communities and cause them to flourish. It is no doubt about it. Without strong congregations, you will never have strong communities. It is simple. Strong congregations make strong churches, and together we fuel the economic engines that communities need to provide critical services. Next, we believe in the sustainability of all small rural congregations. I want to be really clear about this one. A lot of times there is a lot of conversation around small rural churches Oh, we don't need so many small rural churches. Oh, we've got enough small rural churches. Well, let me tell you this. My nonprofit, PDF Ministries, we do not believe that one has to be sacrificed for the other. The idea that there are not enough resources, the idea that there is not enough resources to sustain small rural churches, not enough resources to sustain small rural churches is flawed. What is missing is understanding what rural congregations bring to the table. You know, every company has a negotiating point, right? All of your Fortune 500 companies, all the big boys, have negotiating points, right? Well, my fundamental belief as the founder and president of this nonprofit is you too have bargaining power. Without a doubt, you impact and drive economies and quality of life of culture. Small rural churches are not, I repeat, and I'm going to wait for this car to ride past because you need to hear this. Small rural churches are not, I repeat, are not small, insignificant historical relics searching for present day relevance. You are not, I'm going to say it again, you are not some small, insignificant historical relics searching for present day relevance. You are the flagship, the crown jewel, the bellwether. You are collectively the city on the hill. A city whose beacon lures us to rest and seek solitude, while at the same time, you drive the economy. I'm almost done. So to the community, I get it. I get it. We need churches and congregations to thrive if we are going to survive. Lastly, PDF Ministries, we believe in elevated benevolence. The time has come to exchange our lack for plenty. Being generous is not berating those who do not work. Being generous is extending God's hand and not our own. It's defining love in a whole new way, not according to how many are not working and can work, but by providing access to resources and skill building for them to emerge ready to achieve greatness and live that way as well. So yes, I founded the nonprofit PDF Ministries to come alongside churches to help its congregations achieve more and become more financially fit. This will not happen overnight. It will take courage and discipline and work. This is why rural congregations are the perfect evidence-based submission to prove that you can transform communities of poverty into research-rich, sustainable communities. I know that was a mouthful. I want you to listen to this, though. And the reason I've used that terminology is because of this. There will be prognosticators who don't believe that resting in the center of small rural communities is this economic engine called small rural congregations, right? I believe it. The word says it so, and that ends the conversation. But there will be those. And they're going to want evidence to prove that it is so. And there is nothing God does where there is not evidence found. So listen again. This is why small rural congregations are the perfect evidence-based submission, evidence that you will submit to prove that you can transform communities of poverty into research-rich, sustainable communities. And sustainable simply means we ain't going back, y'all. Excuse me for saying it that way. But we're not going backwards. Once we sustain, right, we're not going back. When we start building wealth, we're not going back. Or more wealth. Okay, now let's talk about Saturdays. Oh my goodness gracious. I am so excited about Saturdays. We've been talking about it all week. I've been giving you little clues. So what's so special about Saturdays? Saturdays, or rather this Saturday, remember we said the Church Strong Project, Phase 1, kicks off this Saturday. And the Church Strong Project will house the majority of all the work of PDF Ministries, which is making rural congregations financially fit so communities can be more robust and respond to the economies as they present themselves. So we've created a Saturday guest speaker series on Facebook Live just for you. The goal is to provide you access to industry professionals in the front of industry professionals in the comfort of your own home, car, grocery store, wherever you are, and get Facebook Live. I'm going to say that again, wherever you are and get Facebook Live, that's where you can join in. They will present a range of relevant topics that will help build your capacity to earn more and be more competitive and be more financially fit. So here's the lineup for the next 2 weeks. We have Callista Tucker. She's what's special about Saturday. The work of the nonprofit is multifaceted. So watch this. She is a young, beautiful wife and mother, a graduate of Bennett College right in North Carolina, Greensboro. She now lives in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but technology does not have a barrier. It does not have a barrier. So she's in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and brings a wealth of knowledge and experience as a talented recruitment specialist and business coach. Are you hearing me? This is without you having to pay a thing. Saturdays are lined up so you can get all of this ooey gooey knowledge and not cost you anything but you making a decision to take 45 minutes on a Saturday. So she launches her work on Saturday, and it's called the Saturday Guest Speaker Series. The following week, we're going to have none other than Dominique Walker. Go, Dominique! And she will present spare change investment and saving tools that automatically invest your spare change. That's right. She's going to give you a number of spare change investment tools where you can begin. Remember the story about my grandmother? She started picking up pop bottles along the road, right? And her first deposit was $12 and some change. She would fit this spare change investment model. And then neighbors started giving to her. So here we go. I will be posting a lot of this on Facebook. So let me just show you now what I need you to do. Watch this. Let me see. I got some stuff over here. All right. So let me tell you what you need to do. The first thing you need to do is go to www.pdfministries.com. 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 And I'm going to try to have this on a slide at the end of this presentation. But for now, when you get there, look at what we got going here. When you get there, this is what you will see. And you should have a close-up of this. Take a look, and then as soon as, all right, now, we're going to back up a little bit. And if you notice, everybody, it says sign up below for reminders to join us on Facebook Live. So what I want you to do is sign up, right? You guys know the drill. You know more about this than I do. Your name, first name, last name, your email address, subscribe now, and it's going to read, it might read submit or subscribe. You know what to do. And then you're going to check this box saying I want to subscribe to the newsletter. Listen, I need you to subscribe to the newsletter. I'm not sure when we're going to release that newsletter, but you'll know. Remember, it's a work in progress, right? We're a work in progress. And then, after you do that, you can then go to my Facebook page, Twitter, and then we've got YouTube and Instagram. Now, there's not a whole ton on this yet. Let me get my next board. Okay, let me finish one more thing on this. There's not a lot on this, on some of the social media sites yet because we're just getting going. But you need to know that they're there. So when you go to www.pdfministries.com, just know you can always find the links there. Now, the other thing I need you to do is send me a request to follow my page. So you guys are already my friends. You have access to me. And then, thank you. Make sure you go to my page, request for me to follow me, go to my page, but there's something very important that I need you all to do. I need you to share this, right? I need you to share this. I need for my friend box to just go crazy, and my share, and the request to share that you want me to follow me on this page. I just want it to just blow up my computer or my cell phone or my iPhone, my smartphone. I really need you to do that. All right? So you got it now? You're going to fill it out. Name. You're going to hit that button. You're going to hit the button. You're going to check the box. And you'll be signed up. And then you're going to go back and you're going to simply press any of the icons. And it will take you, of course, to my pages. Or press my picture. All right? Now, let me tell you what's going to happen. If you are willing to commit 45 minutes to 4 sessions, let me tell you what's going to happen. Are you ready for this? I don't know if y'all ready for this. I don't know if you're ready for this. Watch. Da 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 da. You will receive a certificate of completion that says that you have successfully completed the training program requirement for PDF Ministries Saturday Learning Session, and the date and my signature will be on it. How cool is this? You gotta start building your database of credentials that demonstrate and prove that you're taking steps to do better, so your earnings and income can begin to flourish and you can be more financially fit. That's all. I can't say enough about this. I can't say enough about it. When congregations are fiscally sound, churches like this and others across the country are fiscally sound, counties and communities are fiscally sound, and they can provide more resources for you, parks and playgrounds that's localized in your community, and just all kinds of things that you've been wanting can happen. So you're going to get the certificate. I am so proud of this. I'm excited, to be very honest with you. And I want to thank my team. Yay. All right, let's see what else I have here. Now, when you go to my Facebook page, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to say the Church Strong Project, Elevated Benevolence, Caring for Small Congregations. Small rural congregations light the world, fuel local economies, and make communities best. I put better, and it should say best. Best, because it is elevated benevolence. And you're going to hear a lot more about elevated benevolence. Well, I just want to take a look here to make sure I've said everything. I cannot stress enough that I need all of you to go to www.pdfministries.com, www.pdfministries.com, and register. Do you need to register for Saturday's session? No, you don't. But if you want to be in on what's going on and get, a certificate, get a certificate, right? If you want, I need that information to send them to you. And we'll give you the details on how we know that you attended the session. So listen, everybody, I want to close with this. Pastors, as a little girl in this community, I sat in your churches and you inspired me to have faith and you inspired me to believe God. It is here that the foundations of my faith were shaped, modeled. It was done here in a small rural community. And for that, I am so grateful. Let's do this, you guys. Join me every Saturday. Let's build this community together, because I believe that the key to a community flourishing is for congregations and churches and small rural communities to flourish like never before. I love you guys. Thank you for following me. And make sure you tune in tomorrow. I'm going to be watching, and I'll be back next week for more.